Viewers should consult a professional before adopting any of the training techniques in this program. Any activity you do with your dog is at your own risk and may produce varied results. Tonight on Cesar 911, a retriever meant to heal the loss of a husband now terrifies his owner's grandson.
Whoa. My grandson won't even come into the house.
You know he won't hurt you. Come on.
And if Mason can't come to my house, I can't give him happy grandma memories.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
And then, a mischievous dog is causing problems between his owner and her roommates.
Get off the table. He ate the wall. I don't even know how you could eat a wall. He ate the wall.
Can Cesar control this ball of energy?
If we don't get help, then Moses is going to have to go, or Sarah's going to have to go.
Stop it! I want to just live my life in harmony with my roommates and my dog.
Get down!
This is Cesar 911. Cesar's first 911 call comes from Elisa, whose mother's out-of-control lab buddy barks so incessantly that he terrorizes everyone in the family.
Hello, Lisa.
Hi, nice to meet you.
The classic question, how can I help?
Well, my mom's dog needs help, and I think my mom needs help also.
Okay.
He's very nervous. He barks at everything. My mom's lived here 3.5 years, and he's still a maniac when I walk in the door.
Hey, bud.
He's kind of going crazy the whole time. He barks incessantly.
And what does Mom do?
Tries to calm him. It's okay, stop barking, it's okay. He goes in circles and sticks right by her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she told me recently, Buddy's like a small child, you know, so she wants to comfort him. And I said, well, if I walked into my house and my child started screaming at me and yelling at me, I wouldn't comfort him. He would get in trouble.
So what else did he do?
You know, my son, who is almost 10, he's scared to come over.
All right, Mason, come on in.
And he's trying so hard to get over it, but then he walks in and Buddy's barking like crazy. And so he doesn't want to come over, and I'm not really comfortable leaving him.
Yeah.
And he said he's afraid that Buddy is protecting Grandma and will eventually, you know, like lash out.
And Mason said that?
Yes,
That's pretty
protecting
smart.
his Grandma.
If Cesar doesn't get involved now and help, it would be a sacrifice of time between her and Mason, and a sacrifice of really being able to bond with Mason now when it's important, when he's young. That makes me sad.
So how's Grandma feels that her grandson can get near her dog?
It makes her sad, but what can I do?
There's a lot of things she can do. It is a sad story. And, you know, what was the state of mind of Grandma? How come Grandma is not controlling the situation? To the point that her grandkid and her beloved dog can't be in one place. That, to me, is mind-blowing.
Hey, baby.
Hi, Mom.
Cesar asks Elisa to introduce him to her son Mason, so he can hear how he feels about Buddy.
Hi, Mr. Cesar.
How are you, man? Good to meet you, Mason.
Nice to meet you, too.
Good to be here. So how can I help you with this dog? What does he do to you?
Every time I come in, Buddy just starts barking so bad, it just scares me. He's basically really scared, trying to protect himself.
Right. Oh, that's good. How do you know that?
Because he always backs away when I come towards
Good
him.
observation.
I'm just used to it because he does it every single time I come in.
I'm ready, man. I want to take that stress away.
Caesar, Elisa, and Mason head to Grandma's house so he can observe Buddy's behavior when they come to visit.
Ready, Spaghetti?
Yes.
Pretty spaghetti. That's a good one. your time. Take your time.
Mason, I'll hold him. I'll hold him. I'll put him on the couch. Come on.
He's stepping.
Quiet.
Look, let me show you.
Quiet.
Let me get in. You can watch. Who are you? Here. Don't put tension. Don't put tension. There you go. Relax, everybody.
My name is Leslie Wenke. I have a yellow lab. I found Buddy on a website, and when his picture came up, that was it. I was in love. I was getting Buddy for a reason I didn't realize at the time. My husband wasn't well, and there was a part of me that understood the end was near, so to speak. If you've lost someone who you've been with for a long time, you understand that pain runs very deep. It can be debilitating. And just having Buddy there just helped me through it. Since my husband has passed, I've had to sell my house, and my daughter had suggested that I come out to California.
Hi, Grandma. Hey, guys.
And this way I could be near her and her family and get to know my grandson better.
I'll be right down. Let me put him upstairs.
I think right now Mason loves his grandma, but she's got this crazy dog. Buddy seems to be afraid of just about everything. I have neighbors that have pit bulls. And Buddy would see them and start barking, and snarling, and pulling at the leash. I'm afraid one day he might pull me down. It's kind of scary for me. But to a child, something that loud, with teeth showing and spit flying, is terrifying.
Come on in. You know he won't hurt you. Come on. Come on in. Here. No. You want me to hold your hand? No.
My grandson won't even come into the house because he's afraid of Buddy.
You don't, no. It's okay. Come here. You don't have to. You don't have to.
And if Mason can't come to my house, I can't give Mason happy grandma memories.
It's okay.
Mason will be 10 next month, and it won't be long after that where it's going to be very uncool to hang out or sleep over at Grandma's house. So it's very important that I get help for me and for Buddy.
See?
His comfort zone is so small. I want him to have a quality of life that I'm sure he doesn't have now.
It's all right, buddy.
I don't know what I'll do if I don't get the help. I just know that we'll be missing out on so much. My family and Buddy.
I'm okay.
Alicia, go put it all the way at the top. Yes, all right. Don't put tension. There you go. Now, this is what happened. I want to walk you through it. Right. So we put Alicia in a dog, right? That puts a dog in a different state of mind. Why? Because now the dog feels that the human has some kind of control. No, don't give affection. So if you give affection, you nurture that. When grandma gives affection to Buddy when he's growling, that just makes him growl more. She's reinforcing the behavior she doesn't want. So she stopped giving affection, and then the dog changes. Alisa is right. No one can feel comfortable entering grandma's house with Buddy in this state. It could be just fear, or him feeling that he has to protect Leslie. I need to see more of Buddy's behavior before I can help the situation. Let's do it again. Can we do it again? Can we knock on the door again? All right, both of you guys together.
Cesar asks Elisa and Mason to go back outside and knock again. But this time, Cesar will observe from inside the house, with Buddy on a leash, to see exactly how Buddy reacts.
Hey.
Come on in.
So I'm gonna stop him. Hey, sit down. Hey, sit down. If he goes on the couch, what he's doing is the equivalent of him finding a bed and goes under. This dog is more afraid than anything else. But he uses the couch to hide. It's his safe place. So when he jumped up there, when it was a knock on the door, I knew that he was a fearful dog that acts out because he's afraid. He's just using it as a hiding place. So I don't mind for him to go on the couch, but I'm going to tell him when to go on the couch. So here, this is an exercise, by the way. This is huge for this guy to not choose fear. Look at that. So then you can come in. Come on, buddy. Very good. So then he said, so when did they give me the couch? When I sit down and relax and wait.
Buddy has never relaxed when there were strangers in the room. And stranger to him is anyone other than me who walks through the front door.
Can we do it again? Can we knock on the door again?
Do you want me to go out?
No, from there. Hey. Hey. Every time there was a knock, Buddy would bark out of fear. When he did that, I snapped him out of it with a correction, and he calmed down. And after every knock, the dog got calmer and calmer until Buddy was totally relaxed. And relaxed.
Having demonstrated how to keep Buddy calm during door knocking, Cesar wants Leslie to copy his technique while he knocks.
So the snap or the touch would work.
When you touch in that part, the brain is doing this, woof, and then you touch, and the brain does this, and it snaps out of it.
Wow.
You're ready, right? Just keep him right there. And then relax the tension. Let's do it again. Hey. Don't keep looking at the dog. He's right there. Yeah, because when you keep looking at him, you stay like this.
Cesar has been called by whistleblower Elisa about her mother's Labrador Buddy, whose constant barking is driving a wedge between her son Mason and his grandmother Leslie.
Come on in.
Now Cesar wants Leslie to learn how to prevent Buddy's aggressive barking when there is a knock at the door.
Don't keep looking at the dog. He's right there. Yeah, because when you keep looking at him, you stay like this. Leslie just needed to correct Buddy's reaction to the door, but she was staring right at him, which only creates more tension and fear in Buddy. You're missing the point. The more you cater to him, the more you go in the back of the pack. Let's do it again.
When I look at that face and I see him so scared, I just want to hug him.
Leslie has to get this basic exercise right before we move on to the larger issues at work here. Look, one bar. Let's do it again. That was it. That was it. Leslie eventually calmed Buddy with the correction, but she's still very emotional around him.
That's a good boy. Come on.
Her instinct is to cuddle him when he's afraid, and that has to change. What you're trying to do is to ask him to calm down.
He's afraid, and I want to comfort him.
So when a human believes by himself, the dog becomes a soulmate. right? Because the human wants a soulmate.
Yes.
The human wants somebody to love and be loved. So the human fulfills his need with a dog, but the dog needs calm, confident energy. He doesn't need for somebody to feel sorry for him. He doesn't need that somebody tells him he's a good boy when he's not a good boy.
Yeah, oh my God.
So that's what I wanna help you to see. I need to show Leslie how to treat her dog like a dog, not like a human. And the number one thing dogs need is leadership. If Leslie can do that, every time her grandson comes over, she will have a problem.
They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. It goes for old ladies, too.
The next day, Cesar invites Leslie to his dog psychology center to practice taking control of Buddy with a new assertive energy.
Leslie is so wrapped up emotionally in Buddy
It's all right, baby.
that she needs a wake-up call to snap her out of it. I need to put her in a situation which is jolted into a leadership role. So we got the pits here.
Okay.
So I got a hold of her neighbor who owns the pit bulls that Buddy always tried to attack. Her assignment is to be Buddy's leader and prevent an attack.
My anxiety level just hit the roof.
So when you see people walking with their dogs, the first thing you have to do is you claim the space. So when people sees a dog coming in the same sidewalk and they make the decision to go to the other sidewalk,
Right.
they're becoming a bigger target. Claim the environment.
Right.
All right, we start. Let them begin walking. So let's walk. Short, not tense. Short, not tense. Very good. Stay calm and confident. To claim the space. Very good. Oh, this is good. Here. Pass it to me. Pass it to me. Pass it to me. Hold I noticed the body's aggression was intensifying so quickly around the pit bulls. Pass it to me, that I had to take charge of the situation.
I think maybe Buddy surprised Cesar at his violent reaction to these dogs.
Turn around, Mr. David. To start the process of breaking Buddy's aggression down, he needs a lot of repetition to learn what Leslie really wants from him. Let's do it again, David. Okay, so here we have, come this way. So I'm claiming my left, you're claiming your right. How you doing, man? How's the family? Come on, dude. He wants to go back home. Come on. Let's go. Hey, right there. Touch just to snap the brain. Giving Buddy a light tap really helps to snap his brain from that intense, fearful state. Let's turn around, Dave. You turn. I'm gonna pass by. Passing by.
Awesome.
Miss Leslie, it's your turn to shine. I need Miss Leslie to do two things. Claim her space and maintain that claimed space with corrections if Buddy acts out. Claim your sidewalk is all yours. Stay calm and confident. And correct him if he needs to be corrected. Correct, right there, correct.
Cesar works with grandmother Leslie, whose Labrador Buddy acts out his fears by becoming aggressive.
Oh, crap. Okay.
And is preventing her from seeing her grandson. Cesar wants Leslie to take a leadership role.
Missing the point.
So he puts her right in the middle of one of Buddy's triggers. Her neighbor's pit bulls.
Correct, right there, correct. Timing is everything in this situation. Miss Leslie corrected too late. Correct, right there. So the focus of Buddy got too intense. You need to watch and catch it before it escalates. One more time, Miss Leslie. One more time.
My timing wasn't always on. Okay, let me try.
Yes, try it
now.
again. Yes.
I don't know about Buddy, but I need the repetition.
There. Nice. Okay, do it again. Watch what happened. Now come this way.
But once he's distracted at the right moment, it's almost as if he loses interest in the pit bulls.
There. Nice. Nice. That was good.
I have to recognize when he starts and catch it
Yes.
there.
You interrupting the brain escalating.
Yeah.
It took a while, but by jolting Leslie with her neighbor's pit bulls has shown her that she doesn't need to cuddle Buddy every time he's fearful. That's a big step for Miss Leslie. Now you got it. But the biggest problem here is that Miss Leslie and her grandson can't spend quality time together. Because young Mason is terrified of Buddy.
Oh, God.
I really want to help him out with that. And it's time that we bring them together.
Cesar invites Mason to the DPC
Hey, Mason.
so he can see if Leslie and Buddy's progress has any effect on Mason's fear.
So this is the rules: no touch, no talk, no eye contact. Meaning don't look at him. Okay? You're looking at him.
He's very nervous.
It's my boy.
Oh, crud. Okay.
No, you're looking down. Come on, just walk in. No, don't.
Okay.
Don't start shaking.
Remember,
Don't look.
Right.
Relax. Come on. There you go. Relax the arm. There you go. When Buddy's in a fearful state, he's so scary to Mason. I was convinced that if Mason can see Buddy calm, then he will be calm.
Whoa.
Just climb.
No, go ahead.
But I see now that there's more to it than that.
It's okay.
Want to sit down now?
It's okay.
Even within the safety of the DPC, Mason is having a response to my little dogs.
Okay, now. Oh, what? No.
Oh, this is
No,
Alfie.
no.
All right. Not ready yet?
No eye contact.
Mason's distrust of Buddy has led to a fear of all dogs.
No, go ahead.
Mason is trying so hard to be brave.
Come on, before you leave, pet one.
Pet?
This makes my job so much harder.
I think he's biting him.
Nah, they're play. I'm going to have to start with something very basic. If I can just get Mason to pet one of my dogs, he can start the process of trusting dogs again.
Sit. No. I just don't want Buddy near.
It's okay. He's just playing. Come on, pet one. There you go. Ah, that's good, man. That's actually very brave that you moved towards. It's a very, very, very big step.
Yeah. I hope the next thing for Mason and Buddy will be for Mason to be able to pet Buddy. Very simple, but Mason really longs to pet Buddy, and he can't.
Buddy, I just don't want Buddy near. I would love to be able to go to the park with Buddy and Grandma. Like, just throw the ball and get it and, like, mess around with him. But I'm totally scared.
You're facing your fear. That's good. It's a good step. Mason was able to pet all the dogs, but his fear of Buddy is worse than I thought.
Whoa!
This is a tough situation that I was not expecting, but I have a plan to help Mason out.
The next day, Cesar arranges to meet Leslie, Mason, and Buddy at the local park.
Good to see you, man.
Using a group bike ride, Cesar is helping Mason get over his fear of his grandmother's Labrador, Buddy.
You know how to ride a bike, right, dude? Yes. Yeah. After thinking about Mason's fear of Buddy, I decided to put these guys in a non-threatening situation and create new roles for them. So this is like a pack of dogs. Instead of pack of dogs, a pack of bikes. On this bike ride, I'm putting Leslie as the pack leader. You lead the pack, man.
I'm learning all over again
You're doing great. And hopefully let Mason just be a carefree kid.
All right, let's go.
Come on, bud.
And Buddy gets to be what he always wanted to be, just a dog. So through the bike, you're leading him. It doesn't give him chance to focus too much in things.
Yes,
That's a
yes.
big advantage.
His mind is occupied.
Right. You want to speed up a little bit? He got the rhythm.
Yeah.
By putting Leslie in the lead, she was able to relax. That helped Buddy relax. And that created a situation where Buddy was not threatening to Mason. This is a big step in conquering his fear. Look at that.
Attaboy.
It was pretty cool to see Grandma doing that.
Attaboy, Bud. Giddy up.
Yay, Buddy's
Look
running.
at that.
Yeah, Buddy! When I saw Buddy's tail wagging and running, I was surprised because he hasn't done that before.
Yay! Come on, Bud.
Using a group bike ride, Cesar is helping Mason get over his fear of his grandmother's Labrador, Buddy.
Yeah, Buddy!
Yay!
I could tell from the smiles that the bike ride was working.
Buddy! Yay!
Awesome!
This is the first time that Miss Leslie, Mason, and Buddy have all been together without stress and fear.
Go, Buddy! Go, Buddy! Good boy!
And if they can be in sync like this,
Oh, Buddy, good boy!
yeah.
Good boy!
Yeah. They can finally just enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, we got waggies.
Good.
Good boy!
Good.
Good boy.
I look over and I see something amazing happening.
Mwah, good boy.
There is Mason petting his grandmother's dog. He's relaxed, he's having fun, and so is Buddy.
Who's a good boy? Yes, you are.
This is the first time I've seen Mason not terrified of Buddy.
Yay! This opens up so much more time that we can spend together. I'm getting a part of my grandson's life. Oh my goodness. That I would never have had if we hadn't gone through this.
So your homework is going to be to continue to stay on top of Buddy's barking when guests arrive at your house. And Mason, if you can actually participate every once in a while with walking with Buddy with you, and you teach him how to walk, you teach him how to be with him, how to hold the leash, and that will be ideal.
Okay, that
Good.
sounds good. That's good.
I'm tired for today, so you can be my helper. Let's go. Lead the pack, Mason. Go. Just walk like a pack leader. That's
Great.
pack leader status.
Right?
Nice, Mason.
Good.
Cesar's next 911 call comes from Erica and Andrea, who are fed up with their roommate's dog Mose disrupting their lives and putting a strain on their friendships.
Cesar, nice to meet you.
Hey, hello,
How are you?
Andrea.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. So, how can I help?
We live here with Sarah and our dog Mose.
So Mose lives with 3 ladies.
Yeah. And Mose is creating extreme chaos in our house, and it's ruining our friendships, and we can't go on with this behavior. Get off the table. Our lives have been awful ever since Mose has been here.
His name is Mose the Terror because he torments our daily routines.
Yeah. He attacks us. He ate the wall. I don't even know how you could eat a wall. He ate the wall. And he pees everywhere.
No, not right there.
Ah! He's awful. He's big for Boston, too, so when he jumps on us, it's not just us being like, oh, the little dog's jumping. It's like it hurts, we get bruises. She's been cut, bleeding.
I've got scars on my legs. I can't even walk out of the house. That Mo's attacking me. It got to the point where I would just walk in the house, walk back out. I didn't even want to be around him.
Yeah.
I'd rather just not be home. I don't want to deal with it. I feel like I'm paying rent for nothing. I'm never even home. And it's because of Mo's.
He bit me yesterday.
There's a bite or like playful bite?
It
Like
was when
he
I
went
was
after
trying
you?
to put him in his crate when I
Right.
was leaving to go to work, and he like attacked the crate and got through the crate and got me. It's sad when we see Mose in the crate. Like, it's not, a dog shouldn't have to live like that. Another issue we're having with Mose is whenever we let him out of his crate, he's built up with this crazy energy and he goes straight through the door, and then we're scared he's going to go straight to the gate before we could get him, and what if he gets hit by a car?
It's one thing to have a dog that is out of control inside the home, but this is actually a safety issue. This dog is putting himself in danger. That's a much more serious problem. How long has it been that bad?
About 7 months?
Yeah.
So what point are you right now?
Breaking point. We don't get along as well as we did before because there's all the tension dealing with Mose. It's just not the same as it used to be.
I honestly feel like I can't live another month with this dog.
Get down. Get down, Mose. So if we don't get help, then Mose is going to have to go.
Or Sarah's gonna have to go.
We all feel in the same way, meaning all of you. Anxiety, frustration, anger. And it's not towards the dog, it's just you don't know how to control the situation.
Yeah.
I'm ready to see this guy.
All right, so Sarah is upstairs with Mose right now getting ready, and you're going to see how crazy things are.
Excellent, excellent. All right, here he is.
As Sarah prepares to leave her house, Cesar watches a live feed from surveillance cameras of her one-on-one interaction with Mose.
Oh, there he is. Ooh, okay. It's a big Boston Terrier, I tell you. Whoa, whoa. He's all over the house. The house is like an obstacle course.
Get back, Mose. Get back. Get back. Get back. Mose!
Cesar was called by Erica and Andrea, who are fed up with their roommate Sarah's dog Mose upsetting their home life.
Get off the table.
If Sarah can't learn to control Mose, her roommates are ready to kick them both out. Cesar watches as Mose runs wild inside the house.
The house is like an obstacle course.
Get back. Get back, Mose. Get back. Get back. Get back. Mose! Mose!
He got out. Hi.
Hey.
Hi, this. Hey. Hi, Sarah.
My name is Sarah Adams. I have a 6-year-old Boston Terrier who is destroying my relationship with my roommate. Mose used to live with my brother, and when my brother moved, he couldn't take Mose with him, so I agreed to take him because I didn't want him to give him up. I didn't really tell my roommates anything when he first came. I told him that he would possibly be staying here for 2 months, but 2 months turned into 8 months, and I had no idea that Mose would become this monster.
No.
Mose's bad behavior starts with his separation anxiety. Get back! Get back! Get back! When my roommates try to leave the house, or even with myself trying to leave the house, he attacks us, he barks at us. Back! Get back! Mose, get back! Get back! He has also jumped out of the window 3 times. It just puts everybody on eggshells.
Get off the table.
I've tried putting him in the crate, but he just destroys the crate and wants to get out and will do anything to get out. Doesn't matter if he hurts himself or not. The environment before Mose got here was great. Now the tension in the house has grown. I feel guilty because I know that Mose's behavior has definitely affected their lives. My roommates are my friends, and Mose is actually coming in between my friendships. I'm being torn between having anxiety about what I had to do with my house situation or getting rid of my dog. And I love my dog, and I love my roommates, so I need Cesar to help me now, because if he can't, then Mose is gonna have to go. I've known Mose since he was a puppy, and if I had to give Mose up, I feel like I would have lived the rest of my life thinking that I didn't do enough to help him. And I know that it's not his fault. But my whole life is trying to fix this dog, and I need to live my life too. I want to just live my life in harmony with my roommates and my dog.
I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna show you how to actually leave the house better. Okay?
I would love that.
Yeah. He's doing the same thing as if he goes outside. Back. This dog is so full of energy, he's just bouncing around like a ping pong ball in every direction. First thing I have to do is get him back in the house in a controlled environment and get him calm.
Caesar's going to the door.
So you can open the door better. Hey, sit down. Hey, sit. Sit here. So what I'm doing right now with the touch is just to bring the intensity down.
Yeah.
Because when you go back, you get the intensity up.
Go. Okay.
When I had the tablet on, what I saw was
Get
your
back.
classic human keys, bag,
Back, Rose.
talking to the
back.
dog,
Get back.
step back,
Get
step back,
back.
step back. And they don't see a hyper dog. Often people trigger excitement because they want to live with a dog that stays happy behind them. But they don't realize that this makes a dog absolutely crazy because you're gonna close the door in front of his face while he's excited following you. Hey, sit. So that way, door open means relaxation. The way you open the door open means negotiation with excitement.
Right.
Pretty dangerous because he can just run out.
Yeah.
And if somebody forgets to close that, he's just gonna take off.
Yeah.
And he can get hurt.
Yeah.
Like a car. So here we're already introducing a different way to deal with the sounds that he normally deals in a different way. The first step was getting most calm when he was around the door. But before we do anything else, I have to work on his reactions to the sound of knocking. Right now, that sounds still trigger excitement. And I want that to trigger calmness instead. So this is when you make the sounds when his mind is at a lower level of intensity. So you saw right now when his brain went into forward move.
Yeah.
So right now by me doing the touch, I block the brain, send the brain back to a calmer state.
Okay.
Now come in all the way. I hope Sarah is starting to see how different Mose can be. When you reprogram his brain, you have an hyper dog. The humans have tried to control him with more hyperness.
Gotcha.
On top of that, there is disagreement, right? If it's underlined, even if it's not spoken, it's felt. 3 roommates, 3 different ways of dealing with a dog. So it's impossible for a dog to find harmony and balance in this because everybody creates their own chaos. I just hope the ladies work as a pack, you know, not just a roommate. It's just to actually help this dog to bring them together. It's a project. All right, so that's the kennel.
Yeah, this is his kennel.
Now that Sarah and her roommates understand Moses' issues, Cesar wants to help them with another problem area, working on his frantic behavior when he's put in the kennel.
Yeah. This is good. I'm expecting things like that. I'm expecting a fight. All of that is good. The way he's moving back, that's just showing the brain is going down instead of moving this way. Going into the kennel is a big trigger for most. He obviously sees it as a trap rather than the safe place it could be for him. I had to maintain a firm grip on Mose while he worked out his frustration with going into the kennel. He was not in pain, but frantic. Once he worked through that, his whole body relaxed, and he went calmly into the kennel. Now, let's do the door.
Okay.
Erica in particular seems most fed up with Mose, so I'm gonna put her to the test first. You see if she can control Mose when she enters and exits the house. Door closed, door closed, door closed. Knock on the door.
Hey, Mose. Oh, hey.
Cesar works with Sarah and her roommates Erica and Andrea to get Sarah's hyperactive Boston Terrier Mose under control before her roommates kick Sarah and her dog out of their house. Since Erica seems most fed up with Mose's hyperactivity, Cesar is putting her to the test first to see if she can enter the house and create boundaries around Mose before he escapes, putting himself in danger.
Hey. Oh, hey.
It's coming back. It's coming back. When Erica opened the door, she did absolutely nothing to stop him from running right past her and right down the stairs. In fact, she actually moved out of the way to let him go by. That's the opposite of setting boundaries. You come in, excitement, breathe, relaxation, knock on the door.
I feel like Erica might check out, but I really need her to make this work. Since we're all living in the same house, if we're all in unison, it will help all of us.
Look at the approach. Hey, very good. There you go. Sitting down, time to sit.
Sit.
Stay right. There you go. And then you just walk and just do your catwalk. That's right. There you go. What's the feeling?
That's great. I don't think I've ever been able to do that.
It's good. This is a progress. You know, we got to see bad things. This time, Erica did exactly what I asked her. When she opened the door, she set the tone. Instead of letting Moses' hyperactivity escalate things, she remained calm and assertive. And as a result, most follow her lead. That's what these roommates need to learn. Everybody has to understand calmness and then the rules, boundaries, and limitations. That makes a pack. That makes a team. In this house, Mose has actually been running things. And the roommate's energy has created chaos for the dog and tension between each other. I need to get them away from this environment to see if I can get this pack back in order. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
There's been so much tension because of this Mose situation. It just weighs so heavy on my heart. And to see my roommates actually being engaged and actually seeing that Mose can be a part of their lives makes me feel like we can be 3 roommates living together with our dog.
Bye, Cesar.
Bye.
The next day, Cesar meets Sarah and her roommates for a leadership challenge that could be crucial in bringing peace to their household.
Hey, Cesar.
How are you, ladies? We're dealing with an out-of-control, hyperactive dog who's ruining the friendships between 3 roommates. The only hope here now is changing Sarah. I need to know if she can become a better leader for this dog, and at the same time, win back the respect of her roommates. So I'm putting all of this on her plate by challenging her with a mass pack walk. Now we're gonna grab this pack,
Okay.
and you're gonna walk.
We're going on a pack walk, and Cesar hands me the whole pack of dogs, and I'm a little nervous because I'm not sure if I can do it.
All right. There you go. The only thing you're supposed to feel is you just have leashes in your hand, but no tension in it.
Got it.
Now do an exercise, all right? Just close your eyes and just follow. Yeah. There we go. So that's how it's supposed to feel. Because you're not looking, you're just feeling.
Got it.
You see it? You're focusing on the feeling and trusting. You're trusting that I'm going to take you in the right path. Yeah?
Yep.
When Sarah had her eyes closed, she just became trusting and feeling. Just feel and trust. That was it. Simple exercise, but has a very profound effect on people. And then you can feel it right away. Can you see it? And then, and then you bring him in. Open it. See, now look what Mose is.
He's in the back.
Yep.
Know your place, Mose.
Yeah. Because Sarah's taken on the leadership role of the entire pack, Mose finally accepts his natural place within the pack, which is not the leader, but a follower. This is where he's most secure, and as a result, it stops his hyperactivity. So if Sarah can translate what she did here back to her house, it will create a healthier environment for Mose and for everyone in the house.
How many dogs am I walking?
8.
Yes. Walking 8 dogs, I felt like I had a lot of power and that I was leading a pack of dogs, which I would never thought in a million years I would be able to do. This is awesome.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Seeing Sarah walk Mose today was crazy. She was in the front and they were all in the back. Before, it would just be Mose dragging her anywhere.
Yeah, and to see Mose actually listen and line himself up with the other dogs, that was great.
Okay. The pack walk, what do you think about it?
I felt that Mose felt that he was a part of something bigger and he was actually doing a job and he was with his friends and he felt like he belonged to a group.
Right.
And that's what I feel like he needs. He needs to feel like he belongs to our group.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Sarah and her roommates are on the right track, but I wanted to give them a couple things to work on before I see them again. The first is to keep Mose calm when they open the front door of their house. The second is to put Mose in the kennel with a calm energy so he'll be calm. If they can do those 2 things, they can go a long way to eliminate chaos at their house. And it can bring those 3 friends back together. Come on. That was good.
After 2 weeks of practicing their homework assignments,
You guys look amazing.
Sarah and her 2 roommates, Erica and Andrea, are meeting Cesar at the DPC to check on their growth.
So I'm gonna see Mose at the door. Look at that. There you go. See? Good boy. That's perfect. Ooh, that was bad. Another thing you can do there is just immediately have the leash, put it on it, and snap him out of it.
Okay. Sit.
That's not bad. So that's the example of it. You can be as excited as you want, and you have to stay calm, cool, and collected. The door, you halfway there.
Yeah.
The crate, you halfway there. So
Work in progress.
what about the 3 of you? So that's the dog.
Oh, we're doing
So
great.
Yeah. So more in sync.
Yeah.
We've seen improvements on 2 fronts, with Mose and then with us, and it's more importantly with us. So.
For as long as you guys are in sync, that was the biggest piece of the puzzle for me.
Right. It was us, yeah.
Yeah. But thanks for coming, girls.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
Cesar.
Thank you.
In a strange way, Moses actually brought us together, and it's amazing. Thank you so much, Cesar.
Appreciate it. Thank you
your
so
help.
much for changing your mind about See you next time. Appreciate it. Bye. I like the fact that they became a pack. They can actually learn to support each other. That they can actually learn to love Mose the way he needed to be loved. Mission accomplished. Mose is going to be fine.
After 3 weeks, Elisa, Mason, Leslie, and her dog Buddy have returned to the DPC to show Cesar their progress.
Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you. I want to see how Leslie has grown as a strong leader for Buddy. But more importantly, to see how Mason has done overcoming his fears. What's new about you?
I guess I'm a little more confident, or a lot more confident. I can tell by his behavior that I'm on the right track.
Well, let me see the home.
So
for
we're
you,
good.
so.
Okay. My girlfriend Vicky came over.
Oh, yeah? There you go. That's really good.
Hey, how you doing? Good, how are you?
That's really good. Now Mason.
Here's yours.
Mason on a walk. That's good,
I
Mason.
was so proud of him.
Amazing. That's good, man. That's very brave.
This is one of my favorite parts.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, that was
The
nice.
cuddling part. That was amazing. That was amazing. I'm absolutely surprised how far you took it in such a short period of time. Especially you, Mason. You're overcoming your fear. That was awesome. You're amazing, man. You have fun through
Yes.
this journey?
Tons of fun.
Working with Cesar has totally opened the doors to having a better relationship with Mason. And that's the point. That's the point. To improve my relationships with Buddy and my grandson. I'm so glad Buddy called you. I don't know what we
You're funny.
Buddy is a new dog, and Mason is amazing with Buddy. You would never believe it's the same child.
I'm more comfortable around Buddy now, so I think I'm going to be able to spend more time with my grandma now.
Are you excited?
I am excited.
Let's see you smile.
Thank you.
Mason, come. Thank you, Cesar.
Bye, Mr. Cesar.
Bye, Mason.